The View Results and Guides page is where you'll review your child's scores as well as access the 31 online parent guides. The Strengths-Based Parenting Journey is a straightforward 5-step process. The first step is to review your child's scores. Take a moment to become familiar with the zones of resilience, represented by the 4 colors: optimal, balanced, emerging, and potential strength areas. The legend also features the Parent Guide status indicators that will become helpful as you proceed through the strengths-based parenting journey. The results section of the site is broken into 2 columns: the external resiliency factors on the left and the internal resiliency factors on the right. There are 5 internal and 5 external resiliency factors. Each of these resiliency factors has a number of sub-factors called developmental strengths measured within it. For example, family support is the resiliency factor that is measured by 6 developmental strengths. Remember that this model is presented at the bottom of the Understanding Resilience page. To understand the factor better, click on the Details button on the top right of that section. The page that appears provides a description of the factor, shows us the scores, and provides a description of each of the developmental strengths. If you hover your mouse over any of the scores, a gray box will appear indicating the percentage of possible growth. This is important because regardless of the score, whether it's an optimal strength or an emerging strength for your child, there's always room to grow. Using a strengths-based approach, it is important to be very purposeful about identifying your child's strengths, as they will help you and your child accomplish your goals. The second step is to identify 1 or 2 developmental strengths to focus on, choosing one optimal strength area to build upon, and an emerging or potential strength area to build up. The third stage is to develop a parenting strategy. Having chosen 2 strength areas to dig into, you'll access the parent guides to implement phases of strengths-based parenting: reflect, explore, build, and empower. To access the parent guide for any of the developmental strengths, simply click on the status icon or the title of that strength area. The parent guides are broken into the 4 phases of strengths-based parenting as described here. Reflect. In this phase, you are asked to reflect on and record some thoughts about where you have been in your parenting journey and what influences and supports have helped you accomplish your parenting goals. Explore. In this phase, you are guided in exploring what your child believes about each strength area. It provides a list of questions that you might use or modify to gain insight into your child's experience. Build. The Build section provides a number of suggested strengths-based strategies that may help you develop your parenting plan with your child. Empower. After implementing the identified strategies, we will assess whether what we are doing is working to build this particular strengths area. Is a strategy working, and will it be continued or expanded? Does the strategy need to be adjusted in order to be more effective? We might expect to see results in a few days, weeks, or a few months. Have a plan to follow up. A unique feature of the Strengths-Based Parent Guide is the journal summary. You may have noticed that throughout the parent guides are text boxes. These text boxes can be used in any manner that suits your style. You might write your thoughts and insights under Reflect, but use the Build area to customize some of the strategies or add your own. This feature is designed to act much like a digital journal where you can add and edit any content at any time. Your progress can be monitored by clicking on the Journal Summary button in the sub-menu at the top. This page provides an overall summary of all the entries in each of the 31 parent guides. To easily review any of the parent guides, simply click on the Review button on the top right. Finally, it is important to continually assess whether what we're doing is getting us the outcomes that we're hoping for. celebrating our successes, and adapting to be more effective. It is important to understand that preparing children to thrive is about building upon each success in a way that increases confidence and courage. It is a journey that takes time and needs to be continually reinforced as your child transitions through each developmental stage toward adulthood. When the time is right, repeat the process of building up and building upon additional developmental strengths areas until you and your child have explored every one of the 31 developmental strengths.